waited, now you made it to the greatest show on earth. It's the monster. When I say monster, you say damn, monster, monster. When I say monster, you say damn, monster, monster. That's right, we got the green light. It's a party in the pit tonight. Let's go. This is how we roll on tires that are locked in the light. Doesn't matter where you're from, it's where we go. Time to get loud, everybody buckle up. We're waiting, now you made it to the greatest show on earth. It's the monster.
Sunrise! It's time to get loud! I need you to say it with me! This is Monster Jam! The first competition of the event is the JCB Racing Competition. Each driver has been slotted into spots 1 through 8 based on a random draw. It is driver against the clock. The driver with the fastest time is walking away with the first 8 points of this afternoon's event. So Sunrise, who's ready for the JCB Racing Competition? Kicking things off, it's Nick Pagliarulo, Kraken. .958, solid start to the JCB Racing Competition. Time to beat is going to be a 10.958. Once again, 10.958, time to beat Nick Pagliarulo, Kraken. Continuing on with MJ Solario, El Toro Loco. For MJ Solario in El Toro Loco. The original super glue glued to the action replay you can see up there. Comes around that initial turn nice and tight. Loses a little time swinging it around that final turn. Struggles ever so slightly going across the finish line. Both BKT tires cross at a time of 11.875. Good enough to put him currently in second place in the JCB Racing Competition. We're going to continue on with Mike Pagliarulo, Excalibur. 11.250. Once again, 11.250 for Mike Pagliarulo, Excalibur. $11.250, putting Mike Pagliarulo currently in second place in Excalibur in the JCB Racing competition. Time to beat, still held on to though by his brother Nick Pagliarulo and Kraken with a 10.958. Approaching the line, Tyler Meninga, Gravedigger. $11.042. Once again, $11.042 for Tyler Meninga in Gravedigger. That 11.042 will put Tyler Meninga in Gravedigger currently in second in the JCB Racing competition. Moving on to Jamie Sullivan, Monster Mutt Dalmatian. $12.083 for Jamie Sullivan, Monster Mutt Dalmatian. The original super glue glued to the action replay showcases her coming out really strong, slows up around that initial turn, and that final turn she swung it a little too wide, losing a couple of crucial extra seconds there, putting her currently in fifth in the JCB Racing competition. Coming up next, it's Michaela Toluchka, Megalodon. $13.833 for Michaela Toluchka in Megalodon. Again, a 13.833. $13.833 for Michaela Toluchka in Megalodon, putting her currently in sixth place in the JCB Racing competition. Continuing on with her older brother, Brandon Toluchka, just get her done too. $11.083 for Brandon Toluchka, just get her done too. One of the smoothest race passes we've seen so far here in the JCB Racing competition. courtesy of Brandon Telechka. Just get her done too. Good enough for currently third place. The time to beat, though, is still held on to by Nick Pagliarulo and Kraken with that 10.958. The only thing standing between him and the first 8 points of today's event is our final competitor, Tony Oaks Thunderoris. $11.875 for Tony Oaks and Thunderoris. That means the winner of the JCB Racing competition from right here in Florida, Nick Pagliarulo, Kraken! Earning the first 8 points of this afternoon's event. In it to win it is Nick Pagliarulo in Kraken. Making his way onto the track right now with Kay Young. Let's take a moment to hear from our winner.
You are the only driver to get a sub 11 seconds out here in JCB Racing. You collected your first 8 points of the night, and you got your first racing win of 2024. Congratulations, you did it right in your home state of Florida.
No, absolutely. We always like to burn it down. You know, we're from the stadiums. We don't do many arenas. This is my 4th one of the year. But you know what? That Fuel Tech EFI on my baby girl right back there is turned up, and we're ready to rock out. All for these Florida fans. I'm a hometown Florida boy, so this sucker is going to go in the ground for each and one of you guys. We got 3 more events.
Let's hear it for your JCB Racing winner, Nick Pagliarulo, Kraken!
Monster Jam fans, I'm here with this incredible family here in section 133, 132. Darlene here is going to try to win some Disney on Ice tickets, but she has to definitely work for it. I'm going to have her finish the lyric. The DJ is going to play a song from the movie Frozen, and you have to finish the lyric. And everybody, I want you to help Darlene and her family out. DJ, hit it. Dad knows it.
Let him know. Well, now they know. Let it go. Let it go.
They did it. They did it. Let it go. Wow. You've seen the movie 1,000 times, right? Incredible. I got something incredible for you guys as well. Disney on Ice presents Let's Dance right here at this arena Thursday, September 12th. At 7 p.m. I got you and your whole family some tickets. Enjoy. And if you guys want to see Disney on Ice, make sure you visit DisneyOnIce.com or Ticketmaster.com and get your tickets right now. Congrats. You're welcome. Have fun.
I always love a little let it go in the arena. So much fun, Jabari. Now coming up next is the Great Clips 2-Wheel Skills Challenge, where our talented Monster Jam superstars are going to showcase their biggest and best tricks just on 2 BKT tires. But keep an extra eye out, because sometimes our drivers have been shown to actually perform stunts on just 1 BKT tire. So we're looking for a variety of tricks, such as stoppies, when you stop that 12,000-pound Monster Jam truck in a vertical position on the front 2 BKT tires, poppers, where you either pop the truck front or backwards, wheelies, bicycles, arguably one of the most difficult tricks in all of Monster Jam, moonwalks, and so much more. And this will be your first opportunity to score accurately and fairly at judgeszone.com. We'll get to that in just a little bit, but we have a behind-the-scenes update standing by right now with Kay Young. Kay, what's going on?
I'm here in section 118, and we're going to do a little Monster Jam Truck Parts 101. Right now I'm here with the orbital valve, and what you can see is this orbital valve has a valve at the very end of the part, and what that does is when you take out the rod, it eventually attaches to the steering wheel. So you see there's 4 little yellow caps. Now each of these caps allow for some valves to be entered into these yellow caps. All right, we're going to go up here. We're going to go to right here. And these yellow caps right here allow fluid to come in and out for steering. This side, though, allows the hydraulic fluid to go into the steering rams to allow those tires to turn left or right. So this right here, the orbital valve, again, this part right here will have a rod shooting out, and then what it does is it eventually attaches to the one pull system of being allowed to take off your steering wheel. It'll attach to the steering wheel, and then of course these yellow tabs right here, once you take these caps off, will have valves that allow all of the fluid to help turn these Monster Jam trucks.
Hey, thank you so much for that incredible update, giving the fans that inside scoop into what happens with these Monster Jam trucks, these incredible parts. There's thousands of parts that go into these Monster Jam trucks. So thank you for that amazing pit report. Take a look at the video board right now, your BKT overall event leaderboard, where each of our drivers currently stand in pursuit of that overall event championship. So we just saw Nick Pagliarulo in Kraken take the first 8 points of the afternoon, but just 1 point behind is Tyler Meninga in Gravedigger, rounding out that top 3. Brandon Toluchka just get her done too with 6 points. We got a lot more competition coming your way. And again, the next competition is in fact the Great Clips 2 Wheel Skills Challenge, your first opportunity to score at judgeszone.com. So I think it's really important that we do a little reminder of what we need to do using judgeszone.com. Jabari, I know you're somewhere here in the arena. Let's remind them.
Definitely over here in section 132. Make some noise if you guys are having a good time already. Oh, yeah. All right. So this is an opportunity for you guys, the fans, to score these next competitions. It's going to be completely up to you. I'm here to show you how to do that right now. Take out your cell phones, go to your browsers, and head to judgeszone.com. Judgeszone.com. We also have this QR code on the Monster Jam video board. You can scan that as well, or go to judgeszone.com. Your city code is SUN, as in the Sunshine State. SUN, as in sunrise. Super easy. Once you put in that code, you're going to be greeted with this BKT tire. And here is the important stuff, okay? This is where it gets really good. You see the green section at the very top? That's your highest score that you have for a driver after they finish a competition. Or you can move that BKT tire all the way down into the red to score the lowest. And then you will have 20 seconds, after each competition to get in those scores. I will let you guys know when that scoring is open. It's super simple. You hit that submit button, and that's how we get the scores for the next races. Again, is at judgeszone.com. You guys ready for more Monster Jam? Let me hear you, Sunrise. Come on.
Kicking things off in the Great Clips 2 Wheel Skills Challenge from Kewaunee, Wisconsin, Michaela Toluchka, Megalodon. First attempt is a popper, courtesy of Michaela Toluchka in Megalodon. 1 attempt down, 1 to go. Let's see what she has in store for that second attempt.
Make some noise for Michaela Toluchka in Megalodon. Right now is your chance to head to judgeszone.com. You got about 16 seconds to lock in those scores. What will it be, Sunrise?
First attempt was a solid and successful popper from Michaela Telechka in Megalodon, using the momentum to get that truck in that vertical position. That's what you're looking for when it comes to these Monster Jam poppers. Second attempt, she utilized the ramp going into a stoppie. Didn't quite get enough momentum to get that truck in that complete vertical position, but a great way to kick off the Great Clips 2 Wheel Skills Challenge. Let's see what you guys thought. Scores are locked in and coming in on the video board. A 5.434. That's going to be the score to beat in the Great Clips 2 Wheel Skills Challenge. Monster Jam fans, make your passion your purpose and impact the world. Train in one of 150 plus careers in the U.S. Army while earning a competitive salary with great benefits. Be all you can be in the U.S. Army. Make sure to visit GoArmy.com to learn more. Continuing on with our next competitor from Christmas, Florida, Jamie Sullivan, Monster Mutt Dalmatian.
Make some noise for Jamie Sullivan in Monster Mutt Dalmatian. You guys got 20 seconds right now to lock in those scores. Judgeszone.com.
The original super glue glued to the action replay shows two textbook attempts. Great control from Jamie Sullivan and Monster Mutt Dalmatian. First with that popper. The second one was that stoppie. I talked about this earlier with Michaela Telechka in Megalodon. We're looking for that vertical positioning. She was able to nail that in the Great Clips 2 Wheel Skills Challenge. Right now, score to beat is Megalodon, a 5.434. The score for Monster Mutt Dalmatian is a 9.229. We got a new leader and new score to beat. Coming up next, from Paso Robles, California, it's time to get a little crazy with one of our rookie drivers, a graduate of a Monster Jam University, NJ Solario, El Toro Loco. 1 to go for MJ Solario in El Toro Loco. Struggled a little bit going into that stoppie. If you looked really closely, it looked like that truck was slightly off balance, veering a little bit to the left. Let's see what the second attempt is.
Let's hear it for MJ Solario in El Toro Loco. Right now, you got 20 seconds to lock in those scores. Judgeszone.com.
He lined up the first attempt really meticulously. If you notice, he was going back and forth before going into that attempted stoppie. Second attempt right here looked like he was going for a combination move of a popper, back down on the back two BKT tires, and then tried to pop it up there again. Let's see what you guys thought of that one from MJ Solario in El Toro Loco. Let's take a look at the video board. Scores are coming in. A 3.523 for MJ Solario. El Toro Loco putting him currently in third place in the Great Clips True Wheel Skills Challenge. Continuing on with our next competitor from Lucinda, Pennsylvania, it's Tony Oaks Thunderoris. First attempt to stop me into a moonwalk. Kicked it into reverse in that beautiful vertical position. Let's see what he has in store for his next attempt.
Let's hear it for Tony Oaks in Thunderoris. 20 seconds to lock in those scores. We also have that QR code up on the Monster Jam video board. You got about 20 seconds to lock in those scores now.
Control there that rivals that control of Jamie Sullivan in Monster Mutt Dalmatian. Kay, what are your thoughts on this presentation by Tony Oaks and Thunderoris?
I definitely like that second attempt. He was able to get back up on top of the pod. I think the real question, Christina, is going to be which one was better. Jamie Sullivan had a very smooth transition on the reverse popper all the way back into the wheelie. And then Tony Oaks kind of stood straight there, had a little stutter there, and then was able to get on top of the pod.
Absolutely. So remember, the power is in the hands of all of our fans. Score to beat right now, Monster Mutt Dalmatian, that 9.229. The score for Thunderoris is an 8.735. Very respectable score. That's going to put him currently in second place in the Great Clips True Wheel Skills Challenge. Take a look at the leaderboard right now as it currently stands. We talked about this just now. Jamie Sullivan, Monster Mutt Dalmatian, that 9.229 is the score to beat. Coming up next, representing Osteen, Florida, it's Nick Pagliarulo, Kraken. Looked like he was going for a reverse popper there. Popping the truck on the back two BKT tires, utilizing that log stack. Wasn't able to get that momentum to get that truck on the back two BKT tires. We're waiting to see if he is able to continue on with his second attempt and refire. Kay, what do you think happened there that he wasn't able to get onto those back two BKT tires?
Well, you heard that big pop as soon as he fired up his engine to head to his first attempt, and then it sounded something almost like the transmission. Hopefully he's able to refire. I'm waiting to see if we can get that signal, whether he's broken or if he's going to get that refire signal. I know we just saw our USHRA safety officials there talking to Nick Pagliarulo there, and still talking to our Monster Jam officials. And he's getting the signal to refire, Christina.
And here we go.
Let's hear it for Nick Pagliarulo in Kraken. 20 seconds right now. Lock in those scores, judgeszone.com.
The original super glue glued to the action. Replay that second attempt. He pops it onto the front two BKT tires with that with that stopper. You can see it right here. Showcasing some nice control. Kicks it into reverse, going for that moonwalk. Wasn't able to keep the positioning, but again, was able to go up that ramp. What'd you guys think of that one? Your scores are locked in at judgeszone.com. A 4.247 for Nick Pagliarulo, Kraken. Five competitors down, 3 to go. Continuing on with the driver from Oskaloosa, Iowa, Tyler Meninga, Gravedigger. Hopper flicking it back into that wheelie for the first attempt by Tyler Meninga and Gravedigger.
Make some noise for Tyler Menninga in Gravedigger. 20 seconds to lock in those scores right now. JudgesZone.com.
So much control throughout that entire presentation from start to finish. The original super glue glued to the action replay. Right up there, right here in slow motion. He cradles it back on those back to VKT tires. Really impressive stuff. The king of combinations, seamlessly going from one trick to the next. Score to beat right now is Jamie Sullivan, Monster Mutt Dalmatian, a 9.229. The score for Gravedigger is 9.753. New leader and a new score to beat in the Great Clips 2-Wheel Skills Challenge. Really impressive stuff, courtesy of Tyler Menninga and Gravedigger. 9.753 again is that new score to beat in this phase of the competition. Continuing on from Osteen, Florida, it's Mike Pagliarulo, Excalibur.
Let's hear it for Mike Pagliarulo in Excalibur. JudgesZone.com, you guys got 20 seconds to lock in those scores.
That one looked so promising. Take a look at the original super glue glued to the action replay. Goes into it effortlessly, into that stoppie. Pushes the boundaries right there in slow motion, a rollover. Kay, what are your thoughts?
Well, we saw this happen to him last weekend in Orlando, and I think it was just a little bit of over-rotation. They also talked last week about those Gen 1 BKT tires, which have a little less traction or cleat on those tires. So we're going to go to the scores really quickly. We can finish up there, Christina.
Yes, absolutely. Let's take a look at the video board right now. A 3.946 for Mike Pagliarulo, putting him currently in 6th place. You know, Kay, to your point, it's very interesting that the different types of tires, they're all BKT, but different generations can actually impact that traction, Kay.
Absolutely, because the newer tires have a 2-inch cleat or tread versus those Gen 1 or Generation 1s, and of course the other generations as well. So right now, the majority of the fleet are running those newest BKT tires, which have a really nice cleat, a 2-inch cleat, which is allowed to able to dig into this dirt. So I think we're just seeing just maybe a little bit of over-rotation. Might have something to do with the tires, but nonetheless, I mean, a great effort there by Mike Pagliarulo and Excalibur.
Absolutely. And Monster Jam fans, listen, each and every one of these drivers, they come out here to give you their best. So one more time, can we please give it up for Mike Pagliarulo, Excalibur? One more competitor left in the Great Clips 2-Wheel Skills Challenge. Each of our drivers, they are so eager to earn 8 points in pursuit of that overall event championship. You guys have been doing an awesome job so far at JudgesZone.com. Make sure that you have your cell phones in those hands. It's the only sport in the world where our fans, you guys are the ones impacting the outcome. So make sure you're getting in on the action. Again, one more competitor left in the Great Clips 2-Wheel Skills Challenge. From Kewaunee, Wisconsin, it's time to just get her done with Brandon Toluchka. Just get her done, too.
Make some noise for Brandon Telechka in Just Get Her Done 2. 20 seconds to lock in those scores right now at judgeszone.com.
Original super glue, glued to the action replay. That first attempt is something we haven't seen yet. He goes into that popper, but then shifts the truck forward ever so slightly where it actually cradles quite literally on the nose of that truck. And then he brings it all the way to the brink right there, saves it onto the side. Again, something we have not seen here in the Great Clips 2 Wheel Skills Challenge. Second attempt, a solid stoppie, that nose wheelie right there, showcasing some great control, driving that truck front and back. What did you guys think of that one? Scores are locked, coming in on the video board right now for Brandon Telechka. Just Get Her Done 2. A 7.905, good enough for fourth place. But that means the winner of the Great Clips 2 Wheel Skills Challenge, that black and green wrecking machine, Tyler Meninga, Gravedigger. 8 points in pursuit of that overall event championship. The king of combinations. In this particular competition, the level of control that he exemplifies, seamlessly going from one move to the next multiple times, is really such a riveting thing to watch here at Monster Jam.
Tyler, you make it look so easy and effortlessly almost up here on the pod, and that's why you're the 2023 World Finals champion in this particular competition. Congratulations on your first 8 points.
Yeah, you know what? That feels awesome. I fumbled it a little bit there in racing, but coming back out, throwing it down for 2 wheel skills. That right there was you for you fans. But I got one question for you here, Sunrise. Are you guys having fun at Monster Jam so far on a Saturday?
We've got the second half coming up. We've got a little bit of sky wheelie action, and then, of course, Monster Jam Freestyle. We know that's what you're known for as the reigning World Finals Freestyle champion. How do you feel now that you collected this win?
This is awesome. You know what? Going into the second half with a lot of momentum. Sky wheelie is one of my favorites right there, but then my all-time favorite, Monster Jam Freestyle. I can promise you one thing. I'm going to run that Gravedigger truck straight into the dirt for you guys. The louder you guys get here tonight, the harder I drive this Gravedigger truck. So Sunrise, let me hear ya!
Congratulations one more time, Tyler Meninga, Gravedigger taking home 8 points in pursuit of that overall event championship, the Great Clips 2 Wheel Skills Challenge. It truly has been a really great first half of Monster Jam. We got a lot more action coming your way. But right now it is halftime. Perfect time to get up, stretch your legs, grab a snack, maybe grab some Monster Jam swag. Hop on over to our green screen photo booth. One of the coolest experiences here at Monster Jam on our main concourse, where you guys can actually jump in a real Monster Jam chassis and then decide which truck you want to go home in. So really cool experience here at Monster Jam. Again, it is halftime. When you guys come back, the stars of Freestyle Motocross are going to take to the track and take to the skies. But for those of you sitting in your seats, take a look at the video board. We have some very special VIP fan messages.
Monster Jam fans, it's time for you, the fans, to score this next competition called Monster Jam Sky Wheelies. Oh boy, you're going to look for the best Monster Jam truck to fly vertically and land right back on that pod. Then you guys will have 20 seconds to lock in those scores. Make some noise if you're ready for more Monster Jam.
He's a second-generation driver. It's Brandon Telechka. Just get her done, too.
Make some noise for Brandon Telechka in Just Get Her Done 2. You guys got 20 seconds right now, oh boy, to lock in those scores. Judgeszone.com.
Brandon Telechka, Just Get Her Done 2, comes out strong, uses the momentum going around the track, doesn't hesitate, goes into that sky wheelie. Wasn't in the complete vertical position, but good height, nice solid start to this particular competition. Few more seconds, Monster Jam fans, to lock in those scores for Brandon Telechka. Just Get Her Done 2, setting the bar for his fellow competitors. Let's take a look at the video board. What'd you guys think of that one? A 6.079. That's going to be the score to beat in the Sky Wheelie competition. Coming up next from sunny California, that graduate of Monster Jam University, MJ Solario, El Toro Loco.
Make some noise for MJ Solario in El Toro Loco. 20 seconds to lock in those scores right now at Judgeszone.com.
A different approach from MJ Solario. He actually used the other side of the track, that log stack, in order to go into his sky wheelie. Super glued to the action replay. Vertical positioning was there. The height was what was lacking in that sky wheelie attempt. But a little extra flair on the dismount coming onto the back two BKT tires. Score to beat a 6.079. The score for El Toro Loco is a 6.582. New leader and a new score to beat. Monster Jam fans, Morgan & Morgan and Monster Jam, America's largest inquiry law firm, is smashing injury cases. Over $20 billion won. We're talking massive wins. Over 100 offices, over 1,000 lawyers. If you are injured, their lawyers are monsters. Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. ForThePeople.com. Ready to make some waves. It's Michaela Telechka, Megalodon.
Make some noise for Michaela Telechka in Megalodon. 20 seconds, lock in those scores. It's up to you, Sunrise. Judgeszone.com.
So as you saw up there on the Super Glue to the Action replay, that strategy was kind of a combination of both of the previous competitors. She used the momentum that Brandon Telechka, Just Get Her Done 2 used, but then he used the side of the track that MJ Solario used, that log stack. What got her right at the very end, she hit that brake a little too quickly before getting the momentum needed to go into that vertical position and the height. But a really solid attempt by Michaela Telechka in Megalodon. Let us know what you guys thought of that one. Scores are locked in and coming in on the video board. A 5.616, putting her currently in third place in the Sky Wheelie competition. Coming up next, a 6-time series champion, Tyler Meninga, Gravedigger.
Make some noise for Tyler Meninga in Gravedigger. 20 seconds to lock in those scores right now. Judgeszone.com is up to you, Sunrise.
The most consistent Sky Wheelie we've seen so far. It checks off a lot of those boxes. Great vertical positioning, especially in that overhead shot. The original Super Glue to the Action replay lands on the back two BKT tires, holds that position. Really nice control before setting it back down on all four BKT tires. Let us know what you thought of that one. Score to beat currently held by El Toro Loco is 6.582. The score for Gravedigger is an 8.722. New leader and new score to beat. Continuing on with the second generation driver, Mike Pagliarulo, Excalibur.
Make some noise for Mike Pagliarulo in Excalibur. You guys got 20 seconds to lock in those scores right now at Judgeszone.com.
Original Super Glue to the Action replay right there showcases the story. Kay, I'm interested in your take because we're seeing different competitors choose different sides of that elevated obstacle, the log stack and then the opposite end. What are your thoughts? Why are they choosing different sides?
I think they're trying to test out to see which one is going to give them the better height. Honestly, from the angle I'm standing at, though, the one that Excalibur chose is just a little bit lower than that big log stack, more towards the side of section 120. So that is something that maybe the rest of the field of competition needs to kind of watch here. And I think the later in the order you go, the better the idea you're going to have on which side to attack.
Absolutely, and the fact that these drivers are able to watch their fellow competitors, they are all facing that track, that they're really kind of able to see what happens before them. A 4.976, again 4.976, that's going to put Mike Pagliarulo currently in fifth place in the Sky Wheelie competition. Moving on to the 2019 Rookie of the Year, Nick Pagliarulo, Kraken.
Let's hear it for Nick Pagliarulo in Kraken. Right now, head to judgeszone.com. You can also scan that QR code, lock in those scores right now.
That one definitely had that pop that Kay was talking about earlier. Take a look at the original Super Glue Glue to the Action replay. Didn't quite hit the vertical positioning that we were talking about, but definitely had the height. It had even that distance there. You can see that truck actually going from one end to the other. Kudos to Kraken. Let's see what you guys thought of that one. Scores are locked in and coming in on the video board. A 7.748. Good enough to put him currently in second place in the Sky Wheelie competition. That score to beat, though, is still held onto by Gravedigger with an 8.722. Two more competitors to go in the Sky Wheelie competition. Coming up next, put those puppy paws together for Jamie Sullivan, Monster Mutt Dalmatian.
Make some noise for Jamie Sullivan in Monster Mutt Dalmatian. 20 seconds to lock in those scores at judgeszone.com.
That one looked really promising. She had the momentum coming around the track. Hit the throttle, hit the brake, but you can see right here that under rotation causing that truck to flip over. Okay, again, that one looked so promising. You see the height, you see the vertical positioning, and just little too much gusto. Again, causing that under rotation, Kay.
I definitely loved the standing straight. I mean, that was a really great vertical position there by Jamie Sullivan. And scores are locked in there, Christina.
Let's take it up to the video board. Still a really great score. They liked that flare, an 8.135 for Jamie Sullivan in Monster Mutt Dalmatian. Good enough to put her currently in second place.
What's happening, beautiful people? I am now in the stands here with Anthony and the whole family. We're going to have some fun right now, okay? We are going to do something to see if you know something about Monster Jam. We're going to play some trivia. Take a look at the video board, and let's see what that question is.
Monster Jam fans, James Sullivan here. It's time to play some Monster Jam trivia. How much does a Monster Jam truck weigh? Is it A, 1,000 pounds? B, 5,000 pounds? C, 12,000 pounds? Or D, 30 pounds?
Woo!
Let me hear it.
Wow, what could it be? Say it a little bit louder. One more time, a little bit louder. He thinks it's C. Is he right? 12,000 pounds. And it is. Truck weighs 12,000 pounds. And for that, I got something really cool. It's a Monster Jam Truck and Pals. It's a really cool book here. What's in here? Oh, wow. Look at that. Storytelling, all that kind of stuff. Pretty cool, right? This is for you. Everybody give him a round of applause. And let's get ready for more Monster Jam.
Let's take our focus up to the video board right now. Let's see where each of our drivers currently stand in pursuit of the next 8 points of this afternoon's event. So sitting pretty at the top, Tyler Meninga in Gravedigger, an 8.722. As you can see, none of our drivers have actually superseded a 9 yet. So this has really been a tough Sky Wheelie competition. We either haven't seen the height or the perfect vertical positioning. No driver yet has nailed the perfect textbook Sky Wheelie. But again, you can see Jamie Sullivan, Monster Mutt Dalmatian, with that little flare, an 8.135 that earns her. So even though she flipped over, you Monster Jam fans liked what you saw. Kay, I know you're standing by right now. What you got going on back there, Kay?
Well, let's talk a little bit about the dirt. If you saw the beginning of the event here, I mean, that pod out there on the track, I mean, it was pretty high. You can start seeing that some of the dirt is starting to settle, and I think that's going to be an interesting take as we continue on here for Sky Wheelies and also Freestyle about how to see if we're going to get that big air. Of course, we still have, those big ramps on the opposite side facing Thunderoris, but on the other side facing like Megalodon and Excalibur, you can see some of this pod, this dirt is kind of settling a little bit. So I think that's going to be something interesting to watch as we continue on through this competition and, of course, freestyle.
Absolutely, Kay. And as you know, we have one more competitor left. Can he best the dirt? Can this final competitor, you got Tony Oaks and Thunderoris standing by, ready to compete for 8 points in pursuit of that overall event championship. To your point, the dirt conditions, they actually change not only from event to event, but sometimes competition to competition.
Absolutely, they do, and I think we're seeing it right now as well. You can see some of that dirt obviously kind of crumbling on the side there of that backflip ramp as we got Jamie Sullivan, Monster Mutt Dalmatians truck back on all fours here. We can see the body damage, and of course that wheelie bar in the very back that protects the fuel tank there. You can see our USHRA safety officials just checking to make sure everything's good to go. But that's what she landed pretty hard on that back end there of Monster Mutt Dalmatians. So she'll take it back to her pit stall. I'm sure they'll give it a little quick once over. So hopefully she's back for the last competition, freestyle.
Absolutely. And Kay, I just want to go back to the dirt for 1 second because a lot of Monster Jam fans might not know this, but we don't actually travel with all of this dirt. So this dirt is locally sourced. So every time we go to a new city, we actually bring in the dirt from that particular city. So sometimes the conditions are more clay-like or very, very slick. Sometimes they're more sand-like. You can see the difference in the color from where we are within the United States. So when you're on the East Coast in comparison to the West Coast, Kay, there really is a difference in these track conditions each and every place that we go.
And Christina, I think that's what's great about Monster Jam is that we're going to get different conditions anytime we go anywhere new. And with this dirt specifically, I mean, there's a lot of moisture here in Florida, a lot of rain. So, is the dirt full of moisture? Is it too dry now? That's all things that our drivers have to look at when they're walking the track between events or at the beginning of an event as well. So that makes a lot of difference as well. I mean, you got that Midwest dirt, you've got the West Coast, down south, and right here in Florida as well. This is Jamie Sullivan's favorite dirt, she said. She said she really likes this dirt down here in southern Florida, so we can see why.
Sunrise, you heard me talk about him before. The final competitor to go in the Sky Wheelie competition. I need you to roar for Tony Oaks in Thunderoris.
Make some noise for Tony Oaks in Thunderoris. 20 seconds to lock in those scores right now at judgeszone.com.
This is the perfect time to compare, Monster Jam fans. In your opinion, was that a better Sky Wheelie presentation than that of your current leader, which is Tyler Meninga in Grave Digger with an 8.722? It had really nice height there. You can see up there on the original Super Glue glued to the action replay. It had that gusto that we like to see, that pop coming off of the side of the elevated obstacle. But was that enough to take the win? Let's take a look at the video board. 7.634, good enough for fourth place, but that means the winner of the Sky Wheelie competition, he's bad to the bone and back on top. It is Tyler Meninga, Gravedigger. 8 more points in pursuit of that overall event championship.
Tyler, you've got another win in your pocket. Congratulations. This is a competition that in arenas we don't see much, but you still got the win.
Yeah, you know, that was awesome. Coming out here, dropping it down to first gear, preloading that truck, and sending it to the moon and landing on that tailgate for you guys. What'd you guys think about the Sky Wheelie competition?
I know this is what you came for, to give everyone here in Sunrise a wild ride here. Freestyle's coming up next. How you feel?
This is awesome. You know what? This right here, Monster Jam fans, is the pinnacle of tonight's event. Monster Jam Freestyle, baby. That's what Gravedigger's known for. Wild, crazy, ragged edge freestyles. And I can promise you guys one thing. As long as I'm driving it, it will stay that way. Monster Jam fans, Sunrise, Florida, I got one question for you. Who's ready for Monster Jam Freestyle?
We got to keep that energy going for our final competition of this afternoon's event. Again, kudos to Tyler Meninga in Gravedigger securing that Sky Wheelie win, adding another 8 points to his overall score. Let's take a look at the video board right now. That's 23 points in pursuit of the overall event championship. Now 6 points behind, you will see Nick Pagliarulo in Kraken, 7 points behind Jamie Sullivan, Monster Mutt Dalmatian, within the reach of securing the overall event championship. It can come down to one of these 3 drivers. Who is it going to be? Remember, Monster Jam fans, you got all the power. So let's see exactly what's coming up and what you can expect in Monster Jam Freestyle. Now, each driver will have 60 seconds to showcase everything they got. They want to leave it all out there on the track. But very important, in order to qualify for a score, they must complete at least 15 seconds of that 60-second freestyle. We're looking for the use of the obstacles, that creativity, the wow factor, the technical moves, the combinations. We're looking for it all to culminate in Monster Jam Freestyle.
Well, right now, no news there about Monster Mutt Dalmatian. We can see your crew chief down there currently kind of just taking a look there at the back wheelie bar. We did see some obvious body damage, but as of now, they're diagnosing to see if there's anything wrong right with Monster Mutt Dalmatian. It looks like there's about 4 or 5 down there. You know, it's a whole team effort here at Monster Jam. I want to give you a quick Monster Jam Parts 101 here. This is a sway bar adjuster. And what this does, it helps control the pitch of the Monster Jam truck, which means it will level out the chassis of a Monster Jam truck. And what our technicians can do is they can adjust this. They can either screw it tighter or make it looser. We've loosened it up here at this end. This is the tighter end right here. And what it does, it will bring the chassis back to a level position. So you might see one of these Monster Jam trucks take a really hard hit and kind of sit sideways there. You might see even our driver sitting sideways. What they'll do is they'll come to this adjuster, they'll tighten it up, and it will help, with the help of the sway bar and the sway bar arm, to bring that chassis back to level. So this is a sway bar adjuster and just one of the many parts that helps bring these Monster Jam trucks to life.
Hey, Sunrise! It's time for you, the fans, to get Monster Jam Freestyle started. Everybody take out your cell phones on your lights. Let's turn them on. Let's light it up here. It is time right now to move your phones in, up, down. Go with the beat. Up, down. There you go. We've reached the pinnacle of today's event. This is Monster Jam Freestyle! Make some noise for Mike Bragliarulo in Excalibur. 20 seconds to lock in those scores at judgeszone.com.
Take a look at the original Super Glue Glued to the Action replay that started off as a really aggressive freestyle run. That was some of the biggest air we've seen here at Monster Jam. Even from the Sky Wheelie competition to now, that was the biggest air that we've seen so far. He does qualify for a score. Few more seconds, let's lock in those scores for Excalibur at judgeszone.com. Again, that big air moment happened just around 43 seconds, earning him a score of 7.279. That's going to be the score to beat in Monster Jam Freestyle.
Monster Jam fans, we are having a blast over here in section 121. Come on over here, Addie. We're going to play something really, really cool, okay? Right here. Say hello, everybody, to the world. Okay, so we're going to play something called, helmet shuffle. There it is. So keep your eye on the middle trophy in the middle. We're going to put it in the middle, put the helmet on top of it, and then we're going to shuffle it around. You have to guess where it lands, okay, Addie? It's your brother right here. You ready? Let's go. Ooh. Shout it out if you think you know the right answer. What do you think, Addie? 3. 3?
3!
Both of them say 3. Is 3 right? Well, we got to unveil the first one. Let's do that first. Is it under 1? No. Okay. Next, is it under 2? So then I guess it must be under 3. You are right. And you know what? I know I got 1. I might have another one over here. Let me grab another one for you right here. And, ooh, yeah, look at this kid right here. He's so excited. Everybody give him a round of applause for playing the helmet shuffle.
Continuing on with Monster Jam Freestyle. She is a second-generation driver, actually studying to become one of our first responders. Monster Jam fans, she's not only taking after her dad here at Monster Jam, Mitch Telechka, but she's taking after her mom, Kathy Telechka, who is a nurse. So this driver is talented both on and off the track, ready to make some waves. It's Michaela Telechka, Megalodon. Clock is currently paused. 35 seconds remain in that Monster Jam. She was having some issues last week in Orlando, but it looks like she is back up and running. 35 seconds remaining in that Monster Jam freestyle run.
Make some noise for Michaela Telechka in Megalodon. 20 seconds to lock in those scores right now, judgeszone.com.
We talked about this a little bit earlier, but last week when we were in Orlando, Megalodon, there were some issues with that truck. The family was working to diagnose it on the off week. Kudos that she was able to complete this Monster Jam freestyle run. The pause was at 35 seconds. She was able to refire. You can see it up there on the original Super Glue Glued to the Action replay. Let us know what you thought for our second competitor in Monster Jam freestyle. Utilize the entirety of not only the clock, but the obstacles as well. Scores are locked and coming in at the video board right now. Let's see what you guys thought of Michaela Telechka in Megalodon for Monster Jam freestyle, a 6.466, putting her currently in second place in Monster Jam freestyle.
Monster Jam fans, I have a very special guest here, Austin. Now, before we do this next thing, I'm going to let you wear this hat. And this is yours. It's a little bit big, right?
Yeah.
All right. Well, Austin has one thing to say. Take it away.
Ring the bell.
Sunrise, make some noise for Tyler Miniga, Grave Digger. You guys got 20 seconds to lock in those scores right now at judgeszone.com.
Ever the risk taker, Tyler Meninga in Grave Digger. 28 seconds were on the clock when he went for that Morgan and Morgan backflip, leaving effectively half the time left. So high risk, high reward. You can see it up there on the original Super Glue Glued to the Action replay. Great height, awesome rotation on that Morgan & Morgan backflip. What do you guys think? Was that enough to take over the top spot on the leaderboard? Score to beat right now, Excalibur with a 7.279. The score for Grave Digger is 9.760. It was good enough to currently claim that top spot on the overall event leaderboard here in Monster Jam Freestyle. Continuing on with our next competitor, a student at the University of Northwestern Ohio, it's Jamie Sullivan, Monster Mutt Dalmatian.
Let's hear it for Jamie Sullivan in Monster Mutt Dalmatian. 20 seconds to lock in those scores, judgeszone.com, or you can scan that QR code on the Monster Jam video board.
Nice variety throughout that Monster Jam Freestyle presentation. The original Super Glue glued to the action replay shows us some big air. She takes full advantage of all of the different sides of that elevated obstacle that you can see there in the center of the track. Score to beat is Gravedigger with a 9.760. Let's see what you guys thought of Jamie Sullivan in Monster Mutt Dalmatian. Scores are officially locked and coming in on the video board right now. A 7.699. That's going to put her currently in second place in the Monster Jam Freestyle competition. He's a second-generation driver and breakout driver of the year, Brandon Telechka. Just get her done too.
Let's hear it for Brandon Telechka in Just Get Her Done Too. Right now, Sunrise, judgeszone.com. Let's lock in those scores. You got about 15 seconds.
Super glued to the action replay just a moment ago. It actually showed that nice jump, that big air that he was able to achieve at around the 18-second mark. If you notice, there it is, right there. He soars through the air almost effortlessly. Time stops for just a second as he reached the peak of that big air. Let us know what you guys thought of that one. He ended it strong with some really great control with that stoppie, that nose wheelie. Score to beat right now, a 9.760 by Gravedigger. The score for Just Get Her Done 2 is a 7.942, putting him currently in second place in Monster Jam Freestyle. Coming up next, a U.S. Army veteran, it's Tony Oaks, Thunderoris.
Make some noise for Tony Oaks in Thunderoris. 20 seconds to lock in those scores right now. JudgesZone.com.
Solid moments throughout the entirety of that freestyle. He took advantage of the full 60-second clock. Showcased really great control right there with that stoppie. Balanced on the nose almost effortlessly, which is very difficult to do. Anytime our drivers are in that vertical positioning, they're quite literally looking at the dirt while they are trying to balance a 12,000-pound machine. Let's see what you guys thought of that one. Scores are locked in for Tony Oaks and Thunderoris coming in on the video board right now. An 8.051. Good enough for currently second place in Monster Jam Freestyle. 6 competitors down. 2 to go in the freestyle competition. Tyler Meninga and Gravedigger with that Morgan & Morgan backflip still holds on to that top spot. A 9.760. Can he hold on to it? Again, we got 2 more competitors to go in the freestyle competition. Eager to earn the next 8 points in pursuit of that BKT overall event championship. Continuing on with Nick Pagliarulo in Kraken. Clock is paused 40 seconds as we assess what's going on the track. With Kraken, we are getting word that unfortunately he is done and not able to continue in this freestyle competition. We talked about this earlier, but remember, Monster Jam fans, in order to qualify for a score, you need to complete those 15 seconds. The original super glue glued to the action replay is your story. Kay, what do you think just went on right now?
We definitely could see that he could not use his rear steer. There was no reverse. So I think they're going to have to definitely look at that. Definitely some rear steer, potentially rear steer pump, motor, solenoid. It could be a whole host of different things. I don't want to speculate, but there's definitely no rear steer there.
Absolutely. And I know throughout the last couple of weekends, the Pagliarulos have struggled a little bit with those Monster Jam trucks. A 4.760. You can see the scores right there. I know you've been back there with them over the last couple of weeks. Both Excalibur and Kraken have been dealing with some electrical gremlins, some issues. Right, Kay?
Well, especially for Excalibur, but now that we're seeing Kraken, I mean, it was really Excalibur that they were focused on the most. And now that it looks like Kraken's going to be the one that they're going to have to look to throughout the in-between of event number 1 and event number 2. So you can hear that there's power in the motor right now. They're going to use that to help kind of steer Kraken back to its pit stall right now. A tough break there for Nick Pagliarulo and Kraken. Christina, they're known for some big air. They're known for taking some big risks, especially this year, part of Stadium Championship Series East.
Absolutely. And, we had them talk about this before when they said, they're used to the stadium environments where they can send those trucks to the air. Here they need to be a little bit more conservative, but still give that wow factor to all these fans. And I know that's what they were trying to do and what they do try each and every time they come out here on the track. And I know Monster Jam fans, we talked about this, but it really is, it's so important just to show each and every one of these Monster Jam athletes some love, because they come out here and they never want it to end like this. They always want to give you their best. So please, one more time, I want a huge round of applause for Nick Pagliarulo, Kraken! Last but not least, our final competitor in Monster Jam Freestyle. He hails from sunny California all the way onto the West Coast, and he's here to get a little wild, get a little crazy for all of you amazing Monster Jam fans. Let's get loud for MJ Solorio, El Toro Loco!
Make some noise for MJ Solorio in El Toro Loco. You guys got 20 seconds right now to lock in those scores on judgeszone.com.
Let us know if you thought that was a fierce freestyle courtesy of MJ Solorio in El Toro Loco. The original super glue glued to the action replay showcases some really solid moments. At one point, he does go onto the nose, balances it quite well, dances right here. This is the moment. dances it on those front two BKT tires, back and forth a little bit with that balancing act. Again, Monster Jam fans, couple more seconds to lock in those scores. Let's take a look at the video board. What you thought for MJ Solario in El Toro Loco. A 7.947. Good enough for third place in Monster Jam Freestyle. But that means your freestyle winner and overall event champion, the black and green wrecking machine, Tyler Meninga, Gravedigger. Monster Jam fans, this now puts him at 11 BKT overall event championship wins on the summer. Your 2024 World Finals Freestyle champion. An awesome Morgan & Morgan backflip, claiming the first event of the weekend here in Sunrise. Ready to lift that trophy high.
Tyler, congratulations. You claimed 3 out of the 4 competitions. You're on your way here with the first win out of a 3-event weekend. Congratulations. Your crew chief Logan Vessels too as well.
That's right. You know what? This guy right here takes care of that truck. You know what? I'm never nice to this Gravedigger truck, but it's all worth it because of one thing, and that's for you fans out here. I drive as hard as I can for each and every one of you guys, paying out your hard-earned money to come out here and watch this Gravedigger truck for over 40 years now, guys. Sunrise, it's been an absolute pleasure this afternoon, and I can't wait to come back. If you enjoyed it, we've got 2 more left this weekend. If not, I will see you guys next year. Thank you, Sunrise. I love you.
Congratulations one more time, Tyler Meninga, not only your freestyle winner, but your BKT overall event champion. Jabari, this was such a fun event, a great way to kick off what we know is just an awesome weekend. Any standout moments for you?
Wow, I absolutely love the fans here in Sunrise. So energetic, so lively, and so involved in this event. I had a great time here in Sunrise and cannot wait for the next 2 events right here.
Well, it's just going to be a couple of hours from now. You and I will be right back here alongside Kay Young. Listen, I hope each and every one of you had an amazing time because we certainly did. On behalf of Jabari Thomas, Kay Young, I'm Christina Moore, all of us here at Feld Entertainment Sunrise. That was Monster Jam. Thank you, everyone. Have a great day.
Thank you, Sunrise.
The keys in the ignition, so drivers fire your engines. It's a battle to the end. Never give up, never give in. It's grit and guts, dirt and dust. Get out your seat and put your hands up. That's right, we got the green light. It's a party in the pit tonight. That's right, let's go. This is how we roll on tires that are larger than life. Doesn't matter where you're from, it's running through your blood. Time to get loud, everybody buckle up. You waited, now you made it to the greatest show on dirt. It's the Monster Jam, Jam, Jam. Yeah. It's wheelies and backflips, donuts and burnouts and walk-its, full throttle, head to head. You be the judge of which truck's gonna win. That's right, we got the green light. It's a party in the pit tonight. That's right, let's go. This is how we roll on tires that are larger than life. Doesn't matter where you're from, it's running through your blood. Time to get loud, everybody buckle up. You made it to the greatest show on dirt. It's the Monster Jam. 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 When I say monster, you say jam. Monster. Monster. Yeah, when I say monster, you say jam. Monster. Monster.